Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and I just now found out, I'm a little late, but I just now found out that Steve Ditko has passed away very recently now. I read one source that said he died today, then I read another that said that he died in late June, then I read yet another that said he passed away a few days before his body was discovered, so I'm not even really sure when it happened. But I do know that he's no longer with us, and he was in his early 90s. So he lived he lived a very full life. He lived a long time, which is good. But he was one of my heroes. He was responsible for so many great comics, so many great artwork. He was one of my favorite comic book artists by far, definitely my top 10. He's a magnificent illustrator, and most of all, he's responsible for creating two of the best Marvel characters ever, being Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Spider-Man's had a huge impact on my life. Growing up, I was a huge fan of the Spider-Man comics, and so this is definitely a huge downer, definitely very hard hitting. But again, he was very old. But without him, we wouldn't have had Spider-Man, and so wow, Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel character, is my favorite Marvel superhero. So knowing that the guy who co-created him, along with Stan Lee, of course, who wrote the character while Steve Ditko drew him, is no longer with us, is very sad, to say the least. It was nice knowing that they're both still around. The creators of Spider-Man, but he's no longer with us, and yeah, it's very sad. But again, yeah, he did live a very long life, and which is good. But yeah, I just want to. I thought about taking out some of my favorite Spider-Man and Doctor Strange comics and kind of showing them and talking a little bit about, showing off some of his artwork and talking a little bit about the huge influence he had on comics. But I think it pretty much speaks for itself. The fact that he created such iconic characters is, is a highly admirable feat. He was a magnificent artist, one of the very best, and this is very sad news. Again, I'm not sure when it happened, but it's very sad, and I do wish that he got a little more credit. When people think of Marvel, they always think of Stan Lee, and rightfully so. But Steve Ditko should have got a lot more credit. People should talk about Steve Ditko a lot more. And they probably will now. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that real quick. I do know that he has passed, and it's very sad. And I'll be reading probably reading some Spider-Man and some Doctor Strange later on in honor of his passing, as a tribute to him, the late, great Steve Ditko, a master, a legend in comics history. His legacy will live on forever. His magnificent artwork and the highly memorable characters he created will never be forgotten. So let's just take a moment to recognize this legend, and let's never forget the huge impact he had on comic books. Alright guys, I'm Hellhound. Thank you for watching. Until next time.